Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. I'm Cheldin Barlattt Rumer, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. This Is It Network is your global digital TV network, connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do that each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections in which we provide. Doing our best to do our best this Monday morning. This is morning message number 567, where I provide a little bit of inspiration and motivation, getting you through today and every day, doing our best to be able to make sure that that happens. A little tardy today. We do our best to come to you at about 11 o'clock Eastern, Monday through Friday. Again, do our best to do so. Mondays are always a little icky, and I know a lot of you have what they call the Sunday scaries before today, right? In preparation for it, I had asked on what is the new threads. Do people stack their Mondays or do they ease into the week? I think we've gotten a lot of mixed feedback as it relates. I have some people saying that today's stacked and then tomorrow is no meetings, which I think is a kind of interesting way to look at it. Some people are like, absolutely not. I have a spa day today, so there's a number of different ways. Let me know in the comments below. Are your Mondays pretty stacked and like hitting the ground running, or do you kind of ease into the week and give yourself an opportunity to make that happen? Just curious as we begin to plan our day. Our Mondays tend to be team meeting days, right? A lot of one-on-ones with me and the team. And then also our bigger team meeting that happens in the afternoon. So it gives us an opportunity to start the week fairly aggressive, but gives us an opportunity for us to work together to be able to ease into it. So I'm excited about that. Just have met and reconnected with the team after holiday. A lot of people had vacation. I was kind of in a fog. Today's morning message is address it. And I think that has to do not necessarily with anything staffing. My team is amazing. In a negative, but just in the effort to move forward. I think a lot of us allow for things to pile up, right? And, I think I've spoken a lot on this platform or mentioned it a couple of times, my adverse nature towards laundry, just kind of random and slightly off topic, but I'm going to get back to it, where I love to do laundry, but I don't like to put it away. Right? I don't like to address it after it's done. I don't mind attacking the laundry, putting it into the washing machine, even drying it and then taking it out. But then it just sits in the basket for much longer than it needs to. Ideally, I should just be able to put it away automatically. But for whatever reason, that does not seem to happen. I don't tend to address it in the moment. Oftentimes, when you address something, it takes far less time than you had anticipated. The more time I worry about it, the more time I walk by the basket, I could have easily have put away all the socks and the socks and the shorts and the t-shirts and all the things. They could have been put away based on the amount of times that I passed that basket because I didn't address it. And I'm getting back to my point of today's morning message, again, number 567, the ability for you to address it, whatever's going on in your world. And I just got off the phone or off a team Zoom, and I was talking to one of our colleagues, and I was talking about how I felt the last couple of weeks. And how I felt the last couple of weeks was as if I was driving through a tunnel. How many of you have ever driven through a tunnel? We live on the East Coast, so the tunnel that takes you, to Maryland in that space, that's a long, long, long tunnel off of 95. And you got to get to the end. Hey, I'm just going to get to the end. I'm just going to get to the end. I'm just going to get to the end, and I'm going to see the light. Not anticipating, not planning, not, just kind of hoping myself through it. And that's how I've been functioning. Not addressing anything, not looking at anything, not looking at a calendar, not looking at a plan, not looking at what I needed to do, not looking at any of those things. I was just nails gripping around the steering wheel, just trying to get through it, not addressing the many items that I was passing along the way. I love a good analogy, but that's what I was living in. And so this morning, on this Monday, on this morning message number 567, I'm encouraging you to address it. I'm encouraging you to open the email, open the mail, deal with your issues, address it. Address what you have that is in front of you. Address the issue in the room. Because once you've addressed it, most likely than not, the conversation, as painful as it may be, happens in a lot shorter of a way, in a lot shorter of a space than the amount of time that you take worrying about it, right? The amount of conversations that we have and the amount of deliberation back and forth, all of that could be mended within the time it took in which you were not addressing it. So one of the things that I want us to think about is that, is there something in this moment that we are not addressing, that we are not focused on, that we are putting off for tomorrow? Because I am going to blatantly tell you that I was doing that. And when I finally looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so behind. But now I can address it in this moment and stop being behind. I can address it in this time period and move forward clearly, right? And not be nervous about what's on the other side of that tunnel, but drive towards it with clarity. Not gripping the steering wheel for dear life, but just settling into the ride. And for those of you that are not addressing the elephants in your room, the laundry baskets that are on the floor, or the mail that isn't opened, I'm telling you, as painful as it may be, to tally it all up, to look at what you've missed, to look at what you've done wrong, to not really be able to see where you are. It is so beautiful to actually understand where you're going, to be able, even if it's deeper than you had thought, even if it's messier than you had intended, it is so much better to know what you're getting yourself into than to pretend that it doesn't exist, or to pretend that those issues aren't arise. You can't fix what you don't know. You can't manage what you can't see. And you being able to address where you are in this moment, for you to realistically look at the disasters in front of you, or the trouble and trials and tribulations that you're in, allow for you to gain clarity in getting to the other side of things. It allows for you to say, okay, yes, it's a mess. Yes, this is not ideally where I want it to be. Yes, this is not comfortable, but it doesn't have to be my life. It can simply be a season. It can simply be what I have to drive through in this moment. It doesn't have to be ultimately where I'm going. But without looking at it, without addressing it, you get stuck in it. You're in that fog. You're in that tunnel for far too long. And today I'm feeling clear. I'm feeling good about what it is that I've got in front of me. It's messy, but at least I know the mess. It's a mess I know. It's a mess I can address. It's a mess I can see. It's a mess I can set goals for and ways to dig myself out of it or drive through it, as opposed to pretending it's not there and it accumulating on top of itself, it getting messier and messier and messier, and me disappointing people, and me, creating bad relationships or bad situations based on not addressing what it is. So I'm asking you from the bottom of my heart, if there's laundry you have yet to put away, or a journey that you are just coasting through, I want you to address what's in front of you. And I promise you it will take a lot less than a time than you had anticipated, and give you an opportunity to find your voice and work within it, and ideally scream your dream. I'm Cheldin Barlattt Rumer, and this is it, encouraging you all in morning message number 567 on this Monday, for you to address what's in front of you so you can move forward with clarity, so you can get closer to what it is that you want by seeing what it is that it is. If you need help in doing so, if you need help in screaming your dream and finding your voice, I raise my hand to help. More information on how to get in touch with us can be found within the post. We're so excited to be able to work with you on not only your personal brand, but anything that you would like to share with our This Is It Network community. Don't forget to follow, fan, and like us everywhere you find at This Is It TV, and log on to thisisittv.com for more information. I'm here and around, and we'll be back with another morning message tomorrow. I promise you that if you address it, it will be easier in the short and long term. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.